Hi everyone, I'm Kirsten, Claire's with me and Yaren's with me. We want to welcome everyone here. We're very excited about the very first International Fertility Symposium that we're running in November this year. Say hi, Claire.
Hi, and I'm here with my little baby Michael. He's
You there, Claire?
going everywhere
Hi.
with me at the moment, but he's helping me and Kirsten to organise this conference in November. And we just wanted to spend a few minutes catching up with Yaren, who's going to be one of our presenters at the conference, and just finding out a little bit more about who you are, Yaren, and what you're all about, and we're just wanting to, I guess, just introduce our conference. He's one of the speakers. We're doing things a little bit differently with our conference, so we decided to just have, less sessions, higher quality, and only just running one big session for the whole conference, so you don't miss out on any of the content. And we've got some great speakers from around the world. You might recognize some of their pictures there. You might know them by face. But Yaren is with us today, and he's going to be presenting at our conference on the Hunyuan approach to fertility, and he's also going to be doing a 2-day workshop at the end of the conference to go really deep into his approach, which is just amazing. So, can you tell us a little bit, Yaren, about your approach and what you teach that's a little bit different than other people?
Yeah, sure. I was wondering if Kirsten, did you want to introduce something
No,
before I go off Hunyuan and
we can go straight to you, Yaren.
Well, I'm very happy to be invited with such a great lineup of speakers. I'm really honored to be part of it. I think always having 5 fingers is stronger than 1 finger, so people bring different approaches, get everybody stronger, And so I'm going to give a talk, for I think an hour and a half or 2 in the conference. And so I just want to share a few things, and after that I'm doing a 2-day seminars that Kirsten and Claire are hosting, and I want to explain just what I'm going to do there. So in the conference, the talk that I will give will introduce the building block of Hunyuan Fertility, and so I'm bringing it here, something that, for many, many years I've been working on, and I just want to introduce in the conference, is the setting up of priorities. So everybody in the conference, I think, will have a lot of experience with fertility. But again, this is a big topic, and I'm just mentioning it here in a word, is how to set up the priorities, in my opinion, in the treatment of infertility. I think right now it's very common to see people that want to get pregnant and they can't, and there's a lot of stress there, and all what we want to do is to help them. And so we want to help them get pregnant, and when the baby is conceived, then we try to think maybe how to get the baby healthy, and at the end we think about the mother too. But my experience shows that there's maybe a little better approach of first think of the mother, strengthen her, and this gives the opportunity for the baby to become the strongest, and that makes conception really easy at the end. So I'm kind of reshuffling the building blocks, and I will talk about it in the conference itself, including how to make this happen, the main building blocks of Hunyuan medicine, which are body, heart, and practical medicine. So this will be in the talk during the conference. After that, we have 2-day seminars. The first seminar, I'll talk about Hunyuan acupuncture. I think in these seminars, I want to do much more practical application, a little bit of theory, but I want people to come home with things that they can do, like how to practice the acupuncture and do some techniques that they can work with and apply it in the clinic, and this I think will have the most benefit for everybody. So in the first day of the seminar, I'll explain a little bit the theory and then the practical aspect of acupuncture, how to choose. In Hunyuan, acupuncture is very different than the modern, the traditional Chinese medicine acupuncture, meridians and points. So I will explain the areas, the section, how to do the diagnosis, how to choose it, and mainly, especially for fertility, I'll explain what I call unification acupuncture, how to increase the unification that makes a pregnancy a little bit easier to get.
So can you expand?
And then I also will explain
Can you expand on what you mean about unification so we can understand that a little bit more?
Yeah, so the three building blocks that we have in Hunyuan, as I just showed before, three building blocks, but I'm actually talking about something else, is how to make the body work on time, meaning that there's no pains and aches, but more importantly, how to get the unification of the person, or the mother in this case, stronger. Unification talks about recharging ability, like how the person gets the energy recharge. And this is directly related to what we call male and female pivot, or the quality or the strength of the egg and the sperm. This is a pivot in Hunyuan medicine. And in order to get the egg quality stronger or the sperm quality stronger, we need the unification to increase. The ability to recharge need to be stronger. Like a 40-year-old woman need to be like she's 35, in plain English.
Yeah.
And for this, we have unification strategies. With acupuncture, with heart method, but also with herbs. Here in this in the seminar, specifically because everybody's doing acupuncture and very familiar with that, it will be very easy to learn the Wuji acupuncture style and how to do unification with acupuncture. And everybody will be able to go home and start using it. It's very easy to learn for acupuncturists that already know how to do acupuncture. And this is one aspect of it. Also, I'm using what I call Wuji therapy. As you can see here on the bottom left side, there's a guy that has like this heat pack. And this is something that I use also with my patients that is like acupuncture, but I give it to patients to take home, and they can use this heat pack on certain areas. And then they do it every day instead of just coming once a week to the clinic. They come for acupuncture, but every day they do a treatment at home, and that gives me like a head start or more success. And at the end, that's all what we want, to succeed more. This is the Wuji therapy part. On the second end here, I just show you on the left, this is like the body areas or sections, and then there are the smaller areas, and I will explain it thoroughly, how to choose the sections and the areas, how to use the needles, and how to reach this unification effect. On the second day, I will talk about something else, and this is about the heart methods. How is that related to fertility? And then most of the day will actually be practical application of the heart method. So we can talk about theory forever, but I rather teach things that people can use right away. And this will be like the example here of doing a ledger, and also how to use music in therapy and Shinfa meditation, things that we can learn ourselves and immediately go back to the clinic and teach the patients. You can do meditation this way, you can use music that way. You know, like few tools, practical tools that we can use right away. So these 2-day seminars is actually very practical. It's not all theory. At the end, I go home and I can't do anything. It's completely opposite. I go home and there's a lot of things that I can do right away. This is like my objective with this seminar. So I'm try to pack everything very, very short, but we'll have more time during the conference and then during the seminar, and I'll go through everything in a very systematic way. And I think normally when people come to these seminars that I do in other places, they are very happy and they feel that they learned a lot and they can use it a lot. And this is what it's all about. I also just put another slide here. If you want to prepare for the seminar, if you want to come, you can get order of my new book, Hunyuan Foundation, that talks about the different building blocks, the acupuncture, the herbs, the Shinfa method, so you can prepare for it. There's a link here that you can buy ebooks or you can buy hardcover on the Academy website that you can see right here, hunyuanacademy.com.
Cool. I'm really excited about it. Me and Claire are coming, of course. We're can't wait for it all.
Thank you.
And to learn
I'm so excited
of treating fertility would be amazing.
Yeah. So what else do you have planned for the conference? I mean, I saw the pictures of everybody, but what else exciting is going on?
So before the conference, we have a workshop with Randine on the Friday. And she wants a small group. So she's doing a small hands-on group of about 20 practitioners. which will be amazing on the Thursday before. And then we've got the 3 days with all the speakers, which is Brandon Horn. Because some people don't know all the speakers, so maybe we can go through.
There's Brandon Lewis.
Sure, yeah.
So Brandon's amazing. I met Brandon Lewis, Brandon Horn, Peter Kinkton, Angela Haywood. She's actually a naturopath here. Lorne Brown, which probably pretty much everyone knows. Lee Ruben Hollander. This is our IVF specialist here, so he'll be talking about the advancements of IVF. David.
Yep. So Caroline Smith is she's an Australian who's done a lot of research around women's health and fertility. Then we've got Daniel Weber, and he heads up Panaxia, if you've ever used their products. But he was doing fertility and treating, helping couples conceive long before some of us were even born. So he's got a lot of knowledge to offer. And then of course we have Yaren's photo there, and then you do the last. Yay for Yaren!
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
And then come here.
Well, I don't have the fancy poker. That's Jeff Shearer. He's going to be talking on, because we're not talking about just fertility at the conference. We're going to give you a lot of knowledge of how to run a successful business. So Jeff has ethical practice, which teaches acupuncturists how to run abundant practices. And Claire and myself will be also doing a live panel where you can ask us a million business questions or fertility questions. We were lucky enough to get Jane Littleton on board. It's not often she does talks. She's the guru of fertility here in Australia, so we're very proud to have her. Nick Lologist is an IVF specialist here. We chose him because he thinks outside the square. He does stuff that no one else does here. He's very, very experimental and gets great results. So he'll be talking about what he does differently and how he gets very, very high success rates and works alongside us acupuncturists. Paul Michelle is also talking about business, but talking about hypnotherapy and mind and how to connect with your patient on an unconscious level to create healing and change. So we have a whole bunch of different people covering all aspects of fertility and running a fertility practice. So we're super excited.
And can you maybe tell me, like, just for me and everybody that comes from other countries, like what to expect weather-wise? How is the city? Is it fun? Is it depressive? What's going on there?
In November, which is our springtime, and springtime in Melbourne, the weather is very changeable. So it could be cold and windy, and cold at that time of year, might be around 15 degrees Celsius, and I don't know how that converts to Fahrenheit, but you need like a long sleeve top and a scarf. It's usually pretty windy for us in springtime. 65 maybe, yeah. And then sometimes it can be as warm as 30 or 35 degrees Celsius, which is, dresses or, like a short sleeve top, maybe some shorts. So you kind of have to bring clothes to suit all weather conditions. We're known as the city with 4 seasons in one day, but definitely scarf, umbrella, and a jumper or a jacket will serve you well at that time of year. Melbourne is a city. Sorry, what was that?
I said they have to bring like hot gear and cold gear all at once.
Yes, exactly. And Melbourne, I mean, we're biased, obviously we live here, but we think Melbourne's a great city. There's lots of great restaurants to eat at. The coffee is amazing. There's like this whole way of ordering coffee here, so we'll have to give all of the people from overseas like a rundown on how to, it's not just a coffee, like there's like 20 different types of coffee. So if you're into coffee, then
you know that I was never drinking coffee until my first trip to Australia. They hooked me up. I'm drinking coffee since Australia.
So you know, right?
Excellent.
So yeah, so
Yeah.
there's lots of great cultural things that's on all the time, and some great places if for those who want to extend their trip before or after and do some sightseeing. There's lots of beautiful nature areas, as well as other.
Any koala bears roaming the streets?
No.
Oh,
But you can
I would love to see.
You can go cuddle them at the Hillsville Sanctuary, which is not too far out of Melbourne.
Is there a sanctuary to go see koala in real action?
Yeah. And all the kangaroos and everything, and pat them, and yeah.
Count me in. I'm already dreaming about it.
We can take you there for sure.
Yeah, well, I'm excited. I'm really excited. And my mind is already in Australia, and I'm looking forward to it, to be with everyone, and I think it's going to be really cool. Thank you guys for organizing it. It's amazing.
You're welcome.
So where do people go to register? Is this iicmc.com?
Yep, go to there. We have heaps of information on there. We have the agenda of who's speaking when, what they're speaking on. We have speaker bios as well. You can buy a ticket. We have early bird at the moment, which is almost run out. We also have a payment plan for people that want to spread their payments out. And we also have a VIP option, which you get lots of extra bonuses for that, which is, Claire, it's sitting in the front 2 rows with a table in front of you, so you've got something to lean on. You get express lunch, you get to sit in the VIP room, you get to meet all the speakers, first option on tickets for next year, and you get recordings of the IICMC. That's all of it, isn't it, Claire?
Yeah, there'll be like a laptop and an iPhone charging station, so you can charge your phones and your laptops and all the things that happen to you when you're at a conference that can be a real pain, and we just kind of take care of all of those things for you. So I think we have 8 VIP tickets left.
And we organise really healthy food. So
if everybody comes, do they get to hold a baby there? Everyone that comes to the conference?
10 months old by the time the conference comes along, but he will be coming along with me. I'm sure I'll have him in the carrier, because he loves his mum, loves going everywhere with me, and I don't see that changing anytime soon.
I think what you guys are doing is really, really wonderful, and this kind of event definitely doesn't come so often, and I'm so excited, to go there.
We can't wait to meet you.
So thank you.
Oh, we're so glad
thank you guys for organizing this whole thing.
It's going to be great. Looking forward to it.
All right, cool. So I'll see you guys there, and I'll see everyone else.